Why they fear the flat earth. You know, the average globe believer, who believes in the globe because their first grade teacher told them so and never questioned it. So effectively, they believe in the globe through blind faith. It's purely belief. They'll never admit it to you, but the globe triggers them deeply, or rather, the flat earth skepticism towards the globe triggers them deeply. The flat earth theory triggers the average blind faith glober very deeply because, believe it or not, a lot of people love how educational systems create a cult of consensus, where basically right and wrong is deemed not through critical thinking and skepticism and questioning things, but rather right and wrong is reached by regurgitation out of textbooks from what some genius from hundreds or thousands of years ago discovered, and then everybody else thereafter just regurgitates and spits it out. It's not about critical thought. It's about getting a good grade. It's about blind repetition to get a good grade so you can pat yourself on the back and think you're intelligent. So that you can get a diploma or a degree and wave it around and ameliorate yourself in front of other potentially smart people of the need to even prove that you're intelligent. You won't have to prove. You won't have to actually debate what you've gotten your A in. You won't have to actually critically think or even critically question what you've gotten your big fat letter grade A in when you've blindly regurgitated it and you have an official diploma that tells you I'm actually an intelligent person. And that's why a lot of people are very scared by questioning the globe, because people find comfort in going along to get along with whatever the current intellectual consensus is. They're terrified to think that, wait a minute, if there isn't a consensus on what we live on and the nature of our reality and space and the universe, then that means people might actually have to start questioning. I might have to defend my beliefs. If somebody, at a gathering or a party or wherever, somebody asks me, hey, what do you believe about the nature of our reality? If there isn't a consensus, then you won't just be able to point your finger at whatever popular opinion tells you. Whatever Neil deGrasse tells you the truth is on the latest episode of Cosmos. People take comfort in knowing that there's a blind consensus that you can just point to, so that whenever your intelligence and ability to critically think is brought into question, you don't even have to back it up. You can just say, well, look, I got a degree in regurgitating what the current arbitrary consensus happens to be. So if you question that, well, you're an idiot. You're an outcast. You're not like everybody else who went massively into debt for a worthless degree. Even though throughout history and throughout science, almost everything we thought was true eventually gets eradicated, thrown in the trash for a new, more advanced theory, for a new, more advanced understanding. So, the blind faith globers will never ever admit that the flat earth scares the crap out of them, because they love being part of the little cult of consensus. The comfort of being a part of a fake tribe of pseudo-intellectuals who all regurgitate and pat each other on the back, but never actually think critically and question. Never actually do what the geniuses they worship in textbooks did to even get into the textbooks to begin with.
So last December, me and my dad went out to the bay with a pair of binoculars to test the curvature. My dad thinks flat earth is ridiculous, but he was surprised after we zoomed in on a lighthouse 13.8 miles away and saw what appeared to be the entire thing from top to bottom, even though official curve calculations say it should have been obscured by about 77 feet. Still, my dad wasn't convinced, and he suggested that the seawall right at the base of the water wasn't visible. Though we weren't sure if that was because it was such a thin sliver that it wasn't registering through our measly binoculars, or because it was hidden by Earth's ever-elusive curvature. To this day, my dad clings to that seawall as one of his best evidences of curve that day. But I have a damn good feeling we'll be able to see the wall easily if I had the right powerful zoom lens. So enter the Nikon P1000. It's the successor to the flat earther camera of choice, and with it I'll be able to capture incredible ultra zoom shots and determine once and for all if that seawall was indeed blocked by Earth's ever-elusive curvature. I want this camera, I want to perform zoom tests, and I want to share the results of them with you here. We're already well on our way to the fundraising goal, thanks to the generous donations from fans of my work. And if you'd like to see me test Earth's curve with a high-powered zoom lens, then feel free to chip into the fundraiser. Just click the link below. I'm beyond excited to get this camera and start zooming in on things off the coast of Miami. We'll see just how curved our alleged ball Earth actually is.